Spence and Crawford rematch coming up. I think it's either going to be December or January, courtesy Stephen Espinosa. A question has arisen.
Yeah.
First, how bad does Errol Spence Jr. want this fight? And then you talk about the actual preparation to the fight. I don't know who he brought in for sparring. Should he call someone with a similar skill set as far as ability goes, right? It's not too many guys out there with power, reflexes, speed, length, around that height, ability to switch. You know where I'm coming with this, man. Should Derrick James and Errol Spence reach out to Bozy Ennis and Jaron Ennis for 1 to 2, maybe 3 sparring sessions?
I mean, ego aside, it's one of those things where you'd have to have Bo and James have a conversation and come to, not terms of agreement. In the old days, in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, it was common for a top guy to work with another top guy in sparring.
I saw Nigel Benn spar Roberto Duran.
Yeah, that was sick. I watched that too. But you saw that a lot, and it was, iron sharpens iron. You want to test your best against their best. Obviously, not the tension, but the problem with it is, like, could they fight in the future, the near future? Could that make sense? Errol Spence is up at 54 now, Boots is still at 47, but he'll be up at 54 soon enough too. So, egos aside, does it make sense for them? For Spence, I think it makes a ton of sense because you're not going to get that kind of work anywhere else in the world, in my opinion. I don't think you get that kind of work. For Boots, what does he gain from it? Gains working with another world-class fighter. That's good. But is it something he really needs? I don't know. You want to test your best against their best. I think Boots is someone who always wants to test his best, but mainly he probably wants to see that in a fight. So, short answer for Spence: make the call. If that's something you want to do, if you want to have a better performance against Bud, you gotta pull out all the tricks. You gotta make sure you're finding the absolute best sparring session. For Bo and Boots, yes, it could go either way. If they just want to get good work, great. If they don't, that's okay too. Maybe, we don't know how many more fights does Spence have. Does he have 2, 3, 4 more fights? Does he make it clear in advance, like, we're never gonna fight, so we might as well take an energy sparring session? I don't know. But I love the question. I think there's a lot of good answers going around there. But ultimately, for Spence, for Boots, he's playing with, he's in the black. If he wants to, great. If he doesn't, that's okay too.